Welcome to Dr. Subhash Technical Campus. Today we will learn homogeneous partial differential equation, how to find the solution of it as a part of the subject complex variable and partial differential equation. We will see the general form of homogeneous partial differential equation, and we will see how to find CF, that is complementary function. First, let us see the general form of linear partial differential equation. Del square n del raised to n z upon del x raised to n plus a1 del raised to n minus 1 z upon del x raised to n minus 1 del y plus up to an del raised to n z upon del y raised to n plus del raised to n minus 1 z upon del x raised to n minus 1 plus up to bn minus 1 del raised to n minus 1 z upon del y raised to n minus 1 plus m0 del z by del x plus m1 del z by del y plus n1z equal to f of xy. This is the general form of linear PDE. Here a1, a2 up to an and b1, b2 up to bn minus 1, m0, m1 and n1 are constant. These are the notations we will be using. Del upon del x equal to d, del upon del y equal to d dash, del square upon del x square equal to d square, del square upon del y square equal to d dash square, and del square upon del x del y equal to d dash, and so on. Now we'll move towards the solution of homogeneous linear PDE. Consider the homogeneous linear equation. See, this is the linear equation. The power of each and every term is same. Here the power for every term is n. Okay. So this is the general form, and f of xy is any function, either 0 or non-zero function. It can also be written as, this term can also be written as f of d dash z equal to f of xy. Now the solution of this equation consists of two parts. One is complementary function, that is CF, and the other one is particular integral, that is PI. Now first we will learn here how to find the method of finding complementary function. Now consider the equation d raised to n plus a1 d raised to n minus 1 d dash plus up to an d dash raised to n z equal to f of xy. First we will find the auxiliary equation. See, auxiliary equation can be obtained by putting d equal to m and d dash equal to 1. Again I am repeating, d equal to m and d dash equal to 1. So on substituting these values here, I will not put z, and on the equal to, on other side of the equal to, it will be always 0. So this, and the constant will be as it is. So this is the auxiliary equation, and we can see that it is nth degree in m. So there will be n roots of this equation. Now there are three cases depending on the nature of roots. First is when roots are distinct and real, or we can say different and real. When all the roots are real numbers and they all are different. So suppose I am taking m equal to m1, m2 up to n, mn are the n roots of the given equation and all are distinct. Then CF can be written as phi1 y plus m1x plus phi2 y plus m2x plus up to phi n y plus mnx. Now when the roots are equal or repeated, suppose let me consider only two roots for time being, m equal to m1 equal to m2. Then CF equal to phi 1 y plus mx plus x phi 2 y plus mx. If there is third root, then I will add here x square phi 3 y plus mx. Okay. Now the third case is when the roots are complex. Suppose we are getting m as a plus or minus ib as our roots. Then CF will be phi 1 y plus, first I am taking only positive part, that is a plus ibx, plus phi 2 y plus, I am taking the negative part, that is a minus ibx. Now we also know that P equal to del by del x, Q equal to del by del y, R equal to del by del x square, S equal to del by del x del y, and T equal to del by del y square. Now let us move towards some examples. Here we will only see how to find the complementary function, and when this can be done only when the equal on the right hand side of the equation the function is 0. Okay, when the function is non-zero, at that time we have to find particular integral. Here we will just need to find complementary function. The question is solve 4r plus 12s plus 9t equal to 0. This equation can be rewritten as 4d square plus 12dd dash plus 9d z equal to 0. Now first we find the auxiliary equation. Auxiliary equation will be 4m square plus 12m plus 9 equal to 0. We are putting d equal to m and d dash equal to 1. Now we will split this 12. It can be written as 6m plus 6m. Now from the first two terms I am taking 2m as common. So in the bracket we will have 2m plus 3. Similarly, from the last two terms I will take 3 as common, and there will be 2m plus 3 being left behind equal to 0. From the whole equation I will take 2m plus 3 common. So another bracket will also be equal to 2m plus 3. Now here m equal to minus 3 by 2, minus 3 by 2. The roots are real and equal, so it will be of case 2. Okay, so CF will be phi 1 y plus minus 3 by 2x plus x into phi 2 y plus minus 3 by 2x. Here minus plus can be written as minus. Same way plus minus can be written as minus. So this is my final solution of the given differential equation when the RHS side is equal to 0. Let us move towards one more example. R equal to a square t. We have to find the solution. This can be written as d square minus a square d dash square z equal to 0. First we will find the auxiliary equation. I will put d equal to m and d dash equal to 1. So auxiliary equation will be m square minus a square equal to 0. According to the formula a square minus b square, I will have a plus b, a minus b equal to 0. So m will be equal to a and minus a. The roots are real and distinct. So CF equal to z equal to phi 1 y plus ax plus phi 2 y minus ax. This is the case 1. Now let us take one more example. The question is solve for r plus a square t equal to 0. Now this again can be written as d square plus a square d dash square z equal to 0. The auxiliary equation can be written as m square plus a square equal to 0. So m equal to plus or minus ia. Now this is the complex number. So by case 3 we will write our CF as z equal to phi 1 y plus ix, here I am taking positive sign, and for the next term I will take negative sign. 5 to y minus IAX. This is my final CF for the given differential equation, or we can say this is the general solution for the given differential equation. Now, whenever f of xy is not equal to 0, okay, at that time we need to find both CF and PI. This three case will be also applied when f of xy is not equal to 0. So for further examples, view my further videos. Thank you.